Yo, this is for the YouTube. Another one, Tournament Guidebook by Vishnu Warrior. We starting another one, y'all. Another one today. Today we're looking at the Puppeteer. The Puppeteer. The Puppeteer. And actually, I have Vishnu Warrior actually help with this too as well, as trying to explain the chess terms to you and why we call this the Puppeteer. This one in particular. Now, this game here is actually Alexander Alekhine, or Alekhine as we like to say, but of course a lot of people will fry you. It's called Alekhine, but in America, how many people say Alekhine? Raise your hand. Okay, thank you very much. But it is Alexander Alekhine, and it's actually like Alekhine too. It's like weird, bro. It's like 5 different names to say his last name, but we know who this is. Alekhine versus Efim Boogaloo. Boogaloo. Bro, right? I think this is the Bogo Indian guy, to be honest. Yeah. Boogaloo. I think that's it. But this is the Bogo Indian guy. So if you guys have ever heard of the Bogo Indian, which is different from the Nimzo Indian, the Bogo Indian, I think that is its creator, something like that. He had a lot to do with it from what I remember. Bogo. That's why Bogo in his name, right? Think about that. So if you ever see or know about the Bogo Indian, you can actually Google it. I used to play it, and I thought it was pretty fine. It's nice to use with the Nimzo Indian if you like to put the bishop on b4. But sometimes if they play knight f3 instead of knight c3, you can't pin the knight, but you go bishop b4 anyway, which now becomes the Bogo Indian and not the Nimzo, cousin of the Nimzo. Thanks for the follow. Max is awesome. All right, so here, yeah, that's what it is. But today, we're actually looking at the Puppeteer. Bogo is d4, knight f6, c4, e6, knight f3, bishop b4 check from J-Dub in the chat. That's right. Okay, all right, so guys, this is the position that we have. This is move 30, right? Alekhine versus Bogo. And this is it, the Puppeteer. Now, let me actually show y'all real quick what we mean by Puppeteer. Let's actually look at the definition and also something from Vishnu Warrior that gave us more clarification here for you guys to understand the concepts here of what we're about to do and what you're about to see masterfully. Masterpiece here. Literally a masterpiece, guys, right? In puppet class here, right? Puppetry, right? What are you about to do, right? The way he did this was so nice. So, but let's look at Puppeteer real quick. Here we go. All right, boom. Puppeteer. So definition says person that works puppets, right? I was like, oh, okay. Oh, thanks. Thanks, bro. Never knew that. Man, a guy that works puppets. That, you know what, Google, like, y'all getting it. Y'all getting it. So here, Puppeteer, though, you find this one, which is a lot better. This one, oh, where'd it go, bro? Oh, right here. I was about to be mad. Puppeteer is a person who manipulates an inanimate object called a puppet to create an illusion that the puppet is still alive, right? This is the part right here that really, really happens in chess and that we get to see. Is that sometimes in chess, you know, you make moves and it may feel like you're still alive, but it's not. It's like a zombie in a way, walking, but completely dead, not alive. Game's over, in fact here. Puppeteer, right? Okay, let's go back to here. Now, let me pull up what my man's Vishnu said. This is what Vishnu said, right? The author of the book. He said, so today what we're looking at is basically you are creating weaknesses on both sides of the board and making them dance to your whim. Wow. Let me read that again. Basically, you're creating weaknesses on both sides of the board and making them dance to your whim, like a puppeteer would, right? This game, what's about to happen, actually is exactly all of that. Blue Ball Indian just doesn't work. Brothers, Nimzo and my Bogo player. That's nice. Nimzo and Bogo, yeah, that's fire. The Puppeteer Somnius. Thanks for following Max once again. At least you're not torturing pigs and binding them tonight. That's funny. You know, I actually had to upload that video. Somebody I was moving too fast and somebody commented. So make sure y'all go watch that video so we can get the views back on that one. We lost so many views on that other video because I had to delete it because I had the outro as the intro. So my bad. Somebody pointed that out and I was like, it's moving too fast, can't we? So yeah, we had to do that. But make sure you go watch Blind Pigs if you haven't already. It talks about 2 rooks on the 7th rank, how to use them, and etc. Wikipedia came to this, right? Provoking the silent king g1. Now it is white to move here, chat. Bishop g8 was the last move. Bishop g8 was the last move. So it's white to move here. So let's first take stock of the position. What's going on? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pawns for white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pawns for black, and these are doubled. So, I mean, yeah, we got pawns, but they double. Let's look at the piece play. First off, knight, knight. Okay, bishop, bishop, rook, rook. King, king, right? Pretty much everything's even. Okay, or at least you feel that way. But now we have to look at quality of the pieces. Like, how are the pieces? We have about the same of everything, and we have a double pawn that is not the easiest to do anything with. With that being said, let's look at the quality now, right? So, knight c, how's the knight compared to this knight? Absolutely gross, disgusting. What about this bishop hitting a brick wall, looking crazy out here? Get your ass. And this bishop doing real nice. This rook on b8, okay, he's doing something. He is pressuring a little bit. So he has something to do. What about the king placement? I mean, I would say that's fairly equal because the king can get to the center just as quick. Maybe, I mean, black's slightly closer, but this is not a pure end game yet with just kings and pawns. So, you know, yeah, I can get to the center, but you kind of want to stay out the center too. Like rook a6 is coming. Right, maybe we have f4, e5. Like you ain't trying to come out here, big dog. So, you know, with that being said, white is actually the better one here. This is how, first off, you should evaluate your own positions. When you're playing, you want to be evaluating what is going on, what's the quality, what's the piece count. Always keep material count. Don't be J.R. Smith doing LeBron type stuff. For all the basketball players out there, always know the score, right? Always know what's going on in the game. So when you know what's going on in the game here, right? You know that white's just better. I have better piece placement. I have more space. Everything's doing fine. With that being said, it's white to move, chat. You got to finish this out. Now, remember, Puppeteer is making them dance at your whim. Making them think that they still have play, and they really don't. And actually, right here, Alakine played the #1 move here. What is the #1 move if you have it? If not, you don't have it. What you got? Crystal says f4. Rook a6 looks like a simple and effective plan. E6 looks like a very loose pawn. You can mean E6, big fella. E6. High weakness, so rook A6. Yeah, you meant E6. B6, pawn B6. So you got to think about that, Jimster, right? B6, why on earth would you play B6 on this right here? It's almost like you closed your eyes and just picked a piece and just moved it. It may not even go the direction that you moved it in. B6 is absolutely disgusting in every way, shape, and form. To give you a heart attack. Oh, that's what it's about. Okay. So, yeah, you're just trying to jump off a building. I get it. Hey, man, you know, B6 is not a move. There's that move, says Dante. That's right. E6, King G3. I mean, King G3, yeah, but you're going to the wrong side. Maybe you're getting up here, but are you? I mean, when you try to approach, I just G6 you and then look at you real hard. Real hard stare, awkwardly. Right, it doesn't do anything. You're looking crazy. When we get here, you brick wall pawns, brick squad over here. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. I'm not working. King E3, that is probably a better move. It is, I mean, it is a better move. In fact, it gets the king into play, but there's better stuff to do. You got other pieces. Can you expand? The king is probably the last thing we want to move right now. Rook to D1. I like rook D1. Rook D1 is a pretty nice move, guys. Now, here's the #1 injured moves. And this is what Alakine played. F4. There it is. Gain some space. Gain some space and tell black what is your move now. It's your move. You also, #2, the moves also from the engine. Rook A5. It's strange. That's actually kind of strange. I'm not even going to lie. Like, rook A5. Like, wow. I mean, I guess that's to defend after knight D6, you move the bishop. To defend B5, maybe. But then A7's hanging. So I thought that was honestly kind of strange. Rook A5, which honestly is a move in here. I just kind of gave you guys one move out of many in this sequence of what's about to happen. But he does end up going rook A5, which is like, wow, he went rook A5. Like, sheesh, what was he thinking there, right? You know, it's like a very cool move. Rook A5 was move #2 from the engine. And #3 was rook A6. So rook A6, they actually had another one instead, too, before rook A6 popped up. But F4 is #1. F4, bishop F7. He's just kind of doing whatever, right? You know, trying to make some moves here, trying to stay alive. But we're the puppeteer here. We're handling everything. White to move. What do you do, chat? It's your move. Rook A5 and we live, says LHA. Rook A5 and we live. First off, nice delivery. Secondly, let's see the rest in the chat, and then we'll let you know. G4 from A. Dot. G4 from Greg Lars. Rook A6 from Evolve. Rook D1 from Dante. He really loving his Rook D1. So let's look at these moves. G4, I think G4 is pretty straight. But the problem is you always have to ask, what did they do? And let's go back here. I mean, this is deep understanding of chess here. This is a loose piece. I teach this to students. By the way, let me plug that. Bam, right there in the chat. I always teach this to students all the time, right? This is loose pieces, and also chess kids. Some of my chess kids students know LPDO is loose pieces drop off. But for adults, we usually like to say that loose pieces lose games. Loose equals undefended. So when he plays bishop f7, he now defends the bishop. Why does he want to defend it? Because he wants to activate it with e5. He wants to activate this bishop and then trade and then get rid of this. Strategic, very strong. So when you play g4 for the score, I'm gonna hit you with e5. Say we live, and we about to be real nice here. At least I'm feeling better. I'm not good, but I'm feeling better about how the position was here as white. Or here's black, actually. I'm feeling a lot better. Thanks for the 10 piece, bro. Thanks for the 10 bitch. Then we should play e5 first from Greg. Very nice, Greg. In fact, working backwards from the position. And also asking yourself, what does your opponent want to do next? e5 is the move. So you actually stop him from playing what he wants to play next. If we go rook to d1, okay, that's nice. Pretty straight. Out here, I see you. But we could go knight b6 or knight d6, and both of these are with tempo, which means I get an extra move. Tempo equals time. I gain extra time here by knight b6 or d6, hitting the bishop. You move it, I play e5. I'm good. At least not great, but I'm okay here. With that being said, rook d1 was not played. We got a 100 piece from Jimster. My guy, hopefully this prevents a heart attack from my bad move like b6. It does. It does. Thank you very much. That's exactly what I needed right there, too. Thank you. e5 is too good. Yeah, he play e5. He play e5. Very strong. Remember, I'm the puppeteer here, right? That's what Alexander Aliak is saying here. I am the puppeteer here. You know, you're going to dance in my whim. You're going to play in my court. This is mine. This game is mine. e5 happens. He takes on e5. We take right back. Rook to b6. Okay, cool. This is a lot of chess left, folks. A lot of chess left. Now, in fact, there's only 15 moves left in this game. 15 moves from here is actually a lot of moves. So it is white to move. Jack, thanks for the follow. Where you going, chat? It's on you. It's on you, chat. What we doing? Pawn power from Dante. What we doing, chat? It's on you. You got lots of moves here. We have rook d1 from Always Retweet. Facebook message. King e3. King e3, and I chop a tree. Okay. Phantom Master. Okay, you're getting better. You're getting better. It's rhyming. But it has to make sense. It has to make sense. King e3, and I chop a tree. What the heck is he chopping trees for? When you have to ask questions, that's when it's wrong. But good. Better. Better. 15 moves is enough to drink a beer and cast a felony. Wow. Okay. King e3 to centralize king or rook d1. All right, don't stop. h4, rook a6, h4. King e3 to give our rook added options. Rook f1 from Greg Lawrence, yes. a6 to undouble the pawns. a6. What? Hey, Tycorn. Hey, I want you to go to hold on, let me show you something real quick. We're gonna go over here. Let me pull this up. You're gonna go over here to chess.com. Okay? You're gonna go over here, you're gonna find the learn tab, right? You're gonna go to learn. You're gonna go to lessons, right? When you get to lessons, I'm gonna need you to go through every single one in here. Every single one of them. From the beginning. From the beginning, right? I need you to, I don't even know where it is. Here you go, right here. This is what I need you to do. I need you to go through these. I need you to go through these, okay? Okay? I just need you to go through those for me. All right? I'll be all right. I'll be all right. I'm only at 500 lessons. Somebody is with the sub. Quinn, bro, where you been? Oh, my goodness. Quinn, where have you been with the 28 months? Sheesh. Wow. Wow. Thanks for the 28 months, bro. Rook a6, easy for you. Okay. Rook a6, rook. I was like, oh my goodness, Dundee. I read this. So right here, guys, it is white to move. Rook b6 happened, and he said rook a6, pick up sticks. So I read it because the a and the 6. I guess chess players, it's kind of weird that we don't even see that it could be a6 or a6. Now I get it. Rook a6 is what he meant, but he separated the a and the 6, so it looked like rook a6, pick up sticks. So I'm like, what is he talking about? Why is he talking about? Like, why? What is he talking about? Rook a6, rook a6. That's what he's saying. Rook C1 gets it done. I like Rook E6, Rook D1. Oh, you're having sunglasses? Oh, hey, Ali Reza, he must be new. He's definitely new. Welcome to the stream, buddy. Rook A6, Rook A6, Rook B6 is right here. All right, so here it is, guys. This is what they get here, Rook A6. You play King E3. All right, get the king closer to the center. Again, we're the puppeteer here. We're pulling the strings. We're holding all the shots. We're holding all the shots. So king to E3, we get to the center, and etc. After king E3, there's bishop to E8. Now, a lot of you are going to play this one move. Let's see what you play. But it is on you, chat. It is on you. What are you going to do? A lot of you are going to play this one move. Wow, Ali Reza. Yeah. Right, Chipster. All right. Hey, the king is worth 4 points of attacking value in the end game. Maybe it will be another video. It's one of the axioms in the book. That's right, bro. You already know. Yes, sir. It's because it's his birthday. Ha! Greg. Stop. That's the law around here. Too much. Rook A6. Rook A6 from chat. We have Tanae with Rook A6. What do you have, chat? You have to finish this. You have to squeeze it, right? You are the one that remember what we said is this is the puppeteer. This game reminds you of that. As we make them do what we want them to do. They don't have lots of play. We constrict them from doing what they want to do, and etc. So sometimes this is not aggressive. Sometimes you don't have to be aggressive, right? Sometimes you don't have to just attack things every single time. As much as I want to, as much as Grandfather Tal told me when I was a young lad, you know, sack first, think later, you know, but you can't do that all the time. Rook A5, Knight A4, Rook A5, Rook F1, still H4. Still H4. Cracker rock, cracker. Yeah, thanks for following. Blue light can be done. Oh, nice. I never had that problem, but I mean, that's still nice though. It's good enough. Protect the pawn. I always go for the aggressive move. 94. Here it is, guys. Here it is. Y'all right. Rook A5. And actually, now I'm understanding it because I kind of skimmed through this pretty quickly. New merch. You're actually right. What kind of merch are you talking about, Vishnu? We can talk about that. We can get some mock-ups for the chat. Rook A5 though. Rook A5 when we live. It defends this. Because after bishop e8, it was a real threat, right? He's threatening the pawn. You defend the pawn. Sack first, think later. Yeah, you're right. In fact, I'm going to get that to the graphic designer and then see what she can do with that. That's a big bet. Hey, send me that, Vishnu Warrior. Vishnu, send me that on Facebook or Discord. So we can, like, get those, I mean, like, for real. Start getting them out there. Rook A5 and he won't survive, says Greg. Thanks for the follow. Juhart and Ina, what up, though? Why is it when people explain moves, it seems so obvious, but I can't find it on my own? It's the way of your thinking, right? You have to think in certain ways and have certain trainings to help you think in certain ways, and it's also repetition. So, you know, it may seem easy, which it is, because I've learned it. Right? But, you know, if you don't learn it, it's not easy. So you have to keep studying it. Repetition is key. Genre and consistency. John Arias, 71, thanks for following. I got you, thanks, bro. Imbalances, that's a good one. The pawn on E6 will be double attacked. You talking about for what move? Evolve? What move are you talking about, bro? He's going to follow Richard. If Rook A6. Yeah, but, I mean, it would, but Rook A6, right? If we go Rook A6 here, I mean, you out here looking crazy after bishop takes B5, right? I take on B6. I mean, takes. Like, yeah, okay. I guess it's winning. I mean, it is technically, but this is not that easy. It still takes work here. Still takes work. And Rook A6 probably could have worked. You said no, take on E6? Oh, you looking crazy out here. Bishop takes E6? I mean, maybe not. You can. And then Rook A6 is what you're saying? Rook A6? And then king takes E5? No, after. What are you saying? What is he saying right now? What is he saying, bro? Thanks for looking like Pookie with sunglasses. Thanks, Drew Hart. Yo, hey, guy in the box. Thanks for the gifted to White Tank. Sheesh. Okay, box life. Okay, I see you, bro. So take first. So you're talking about this move right here. Bishop E8, you're talking about take this. Is this what you're saying? Bishop takes E6 and then take on E6. Thanks for the follow, B-baller. Okay, so what are you saying? What is the move here for white? Rook A6. Okay, Rook A6. Bishop takes B5. So Rook A6 could work. The best move is actually probably Bishop takes B5. I don't want to undouble the pawns. It could be played, but it just takes longer than Rook A5. Rook A6 will go into an endgame that you have to be absolutely 1000% sure that you're going to win the endgame. Sometimes that's annoying, and you may think that you are winning the endgame, but it does take a lot of precision. And also, sometimes errors from your opponent. when you can also keep pieces on the board and play a little bit longer before going to that end game that may be completely winning for you. Rook a6 doesn't guarantee you're going to absolutely win this, especially if they complicate things with bishop takes b5. Bishop takes, right? If bishop takes b5, I take here, maybe, I guess. But probably, let's see what's best. I think probably rook takes for white would be better than bishop takes b5. Yeah, let's just get rid of this rook. A takes b6, right? A takes, bishop takes, we take on c5, right? And you have to win this. You have to win this. It seems like you can win this. In fact, it's +2 here, but this is not, you know, all the way over. Rook a6, now take on e6. You talking about right now take on e6? Or right here take on e6? With which piece? With the bishop. Come on, right here. I'm no Aliakin or Kenty. That's short for base this game. All right. No, take knight. Take with the knight. You're losing a piece this way. This loses a piece. This one at least hits this one. But then there's this cool move, knight a7. Hitting both pieces still. Pretty gross. Pretty gross. But again, right? Look how you just messed up, right? You know, you just messed up when you could have played rook a5, which just defends the pawn and say, okay, you know, right? Even think about this too. Think about this, right? A lot of times trading, you have to ask yourself, is the trade going to help me more or is it going to help them more? If you can answer that question correctly, then you know if you should trade or not. So if it's going to help them more than it's going to help you, then you probably shouldn't do it. Because here, you know, now he gets out. Yeah, maybe with calculation. Calculation is king. That's another lesson for another day. But calculation is king. So if you calculate it, okay, it works, right? But it does help him loosen up the position more. Rook a5, I mean, you got to ask him, what did he do? I don't think he knew what he wanted to do. He's like, man, what am I even going to do? Like, where do I even move here as black? Puppeteer, right? You're going to move where I tell you to move, says Aliakin. That's crazy. Your Conti hop in the time machine. We just got to put it on cloud first game, 20 bands. Ooh, be nice. Would be nice. I mean, I'll be down. I'll be down. Wait, is bishop takes b5? Let's look at that again. We got another line here. If rook a6, bishop takes, you're talking about rook takes b6. And wait, he says if bishop takes b5. Oh, yeah. Correct. Yeah, he's talking about this line. Here, rook takes e6. And then I think you're okay, though. King f7. And yeah, it looks cool, but like it's really not that cool. In fact, I'm threatening rook takes c5, winning a piece right now. And rook takes b4 at the same time. Literally at the same time. I'm threatening both of these. All of this. So if you, let's say you do something like, you can't even move the knight. What would you do? Like, actually, what do you even do here? Rook c6. Okay, rook c6, knight e7. Rook a6, I take on b4. You take on a7. Rook c4, maybe hit the knight. Right? Yeah, this is not, you know, and now this pawn's looking, is harder. This is much harder. This is more drawn than it is winning. In fact, where's the eval bar? Oh, y'all can't see that. I can't see that. Let me turn it on. Engine says 0.32 right now. The best move is knight d3, and that is 0.32. Now you are playing humans. Humans is different, right? They not, you know, they don't look at this the same. You know, but this is also I mean, it's playable, right? White's pushing for more. White's pushing for more, you know, would you rather want, right? White's pushing for more, or where does black even move, right? That's a complete difference here. It's like, where does he even go? I don't even know. And he played bishop d7 here because he like, yo, I'm out of moves. I don't even have anything. I can't move anything. Capital letters, please. That's right. It's cool, but it's not cool. You already know them, but that's after analysis. That's right, box life. It's funny. Back to rook a5, right? So rook a5. So after bishop d7, all right, chat. You the puppeteer here. He's, you know, you could do whatever you want basically in this position. But again, you know, Alexander Aliakin was extremely strong, dumb strong, and he did play the number one move in this position. Number one move, very simple, chat. Very simple. More space is always nice. That's correct. Very simple move, chat. Very simple. What you got? We got h4 from Chef. h4 chop. Right? Now think about this again, right? What did we say before? Well, before you trade, is it better for them or is it better for you? Is it better for you or is it better for them? If you take on d7, is black happy or is black not happy? You tell me. And then tell me if you're going to take that bishop again. Silent king e4 for the score. King e4 and punch your board. What the heck is that? It's cramped in here. Black's like, what's up? King d4 is better than king e4. Black is happy if we take the bishop, says Jimster. Big facts. Well, it's less pressure on b5. Yeah, that's correct. But you also got rid of, I mean, you have to compare pieces. How strong is this knight? In fact, ask yourself, what is the strongest piece on the board? If you had to answer that question, what would be the strongest piece for white? And if you go in order, maybe you might say the rook. But I mean, is it really that strong? I mean, it's just defending and attacking this defendant. This knight is a monster. A monster. It's on c5. It's hitting this. It's hitting this. It's controlling that. It can go back. It can do anything. This knight is crazy. And then you just give it up for this gross bishop that's already disgusting, right? You know, he's not even thinking twice about it. In fact, right now it says +3. If we take on d7, it goes down a full 1. Still winning. Still like winning. And it says like, yo, it's going to take a while, but it's still winning. But like, which of course could be taken, but this is about being better. This is about getting better in your chess. Yeah, you can take this, right? But if you're playing somebody that's strong, they can maybe hold. If you're playing somebody that's weak, you'll beat him. You beat him. Bishop. Yeah. Thanks for the follow, quick Jazz. Jazz, what's good, bro? Good. What is he talking about, bro? Yeah, if you're talking crazy, let's get him off the chat. You know. Mods on alert. 94. The engine says exchanging the knight is equivalent to losing a full piece. That's how strong the knight is. Yeah, that's crazy, huh? Nuts. Yo, what's Smino like? Yo, Smino is dope. Smino is very dope. Smino is real cool, bro. He was real down to earth, man. I actually went to the studio with him too. I was hanging out with all these rappers. It was fire. It was fire, bro. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Try refreshing pot of jam. That's the first time we hearing that. Literally the first time. King e4, king d4. Okay. Yeah, king d4 is the move, chat. That's it. King d4 was the move. Goodbye, so delete his message. Yeah, perfect. Does king a4 work? Oh man. I'm like, what you mean king a4? Yo, it is in a4 here. In a4. Knight a4, you talking about instead of king d4? Go ahead and get you some of that been thrifty. Yes, sir, man. I'm on my brain fuel every day. Knight a4, right here. Hit him with a king move, yeah. Knight a4 hits b6. I mean, I can just probably back up, right? And you moved it from a critical square. So what is your next move, right? When you find a move, always find a better one. Look for a better one. Then you need to have something with it. Okay, you say rook a6, probably takes, right? I'm cool with you taking on e6. Take on e6, king f8, and I trade. Not the easiest. Knight's off of where it was. Maybe takes, knight c5. I mean, this is a variation of the same. We kind of already looked at this, right? Where this was a similar variation of the same. Similar there. So, all right, king d4. He goes king d4, bishop e8, right? He goes back, right? This was the same position a move or two ago, but white has a rook on a5 now and a king on d4. Being the puppeteer here, white to move. We calling all the shots, folks. This chat, where you going next? Squeeze it. Slow squeeze. Slowly squeezing them. Rook a5 and we live. The rook's already on a5. Fox life. What you doing? G4 from Greg Lars. G4, H3 from Elevation. Thanks for the follow, Diver Ninja. What's up? How are you? H4 or G4? Be like a boa constrictor. Strangle the position slowly and crush him. In fact, this is a very classic-like example of how Karpov would do things as well. Karpov, later in time, did this exact kind of thing in many games. And so he did develop a nickname of boa constrictor many times. Of having the games, the style is boa constrictor, right? Bishop e8. So after bishop e8, the move here is h4. Gain some space, play on both sides of the board. You are going to respond to what I do now, says white. There's nothing you can do as obvious. I mean, look at this. Black plays. You ready for this, y'all? You ready? Hold up. He thought real hard on this. And he played bishop d7. Yeah. Bishop d7. He felt real hard thing. Bishop d7. And it tells you there's nothing to do. He doesn't have any more moves. It's a rapster, right? As a puppeteer here, right? I'm pulling strings. We going this way. We're going to go this way now. We're going to do this. Respond to this. Let me move my rook back. And then go forward. Now you respond to that. It's crazy. You're calling all the shots here. That is not the move. The move here for white, in fact, here was bishop e2, which was a cool move. This was not anywhere in the engine. This is just like, first off, showing the dominance in the position. Bishop e2, out of all the moves you could have played here, he played bishop e2. I mean, just highlighting the fact that I can do anything. I'm the puppeteer here. I'm controlling everything. You know, I got you dancing on the strings like a puppet. You have nothing to do. Bishop e2. He just played bishop e2. In a way, it's like a troll move, bro. Literally, it barely changed the engine and went from like, 3.25 to like 3.1. 3.0, right? Bishop e2. It's just a move, bro. It really is. He could play g4, g5. He could also eventually play bishop h5 eventually because b5's hanging right now. Thanks for the follow, Christian. Mila69. ALAH. Thanks for the gifted. I appreciate you, bro. Thanks for the gifted right there, my guy. Okay. I see you. Okay. I see you, big fella. Thanks for the gifted one time. So bishop e2. Rook b8. He backs that boy up. I mean, what else do you do? You go back to e8? Like, no. You can't play bishop e8 again. You just can't do that. We have 560. Yeah, we have 567. Shoot. Just because y'all, man, appreciate it. So h4 and bishop are fine because white has no counterplay. Black has no counterplay. Correct. He has no counterplay. Now, after rook b8, okay, chat, it's on you. How do we do this? How do we do this? Is it time? Do we gain more space? We have a combo. What do you have here? What do you have? Bishop b3, g4 gain space, okay? Push the pawns. Elevation. Said push the pawns. g4 from evolve yourself. In fact, I am a fan of the g4 move. I am a fan of it. It makes total sense. He did not. In fact, he chose another route and says that now is time to cash in on my advantage. So he actually did make a move here. And again, bro, I mean, Aliyekin was definitely ahead of his time. I mean, he playing #1 engine moves back to back. Number one engine, #1 engine. #1 engine right here is take on d7. And then play #1 engine. What's #1 engine right here? Let me see if y'all on the same wavelength as big man Aliyekin right here. Alakine ahead of his time. Okay, let me see if y'all on the same wavelength as this man. Right? He played #1 engine. Straight #1. Easy. King c5, king c5, bishop c4. Gross. That's just terrible. He was already on c4. Yeah, the master cleanser. b6. B6 don't look good. I'm just gonna take it. I'm defended on b5. Why would I go to b6? Bishop c4. I know, Zan. I know. Don't even let that toxicity in your brain right now. I know. Don't do it. King c5. Bishop f3 for elevation. g4. Design is that the move? No, in fact, here it is. He played bishop f3, bro. #1 engine. #1, bro. Bishop f3. My goodness. It's just locking down the game. He's putting everything on lockster. You can't move nothing. Try to move anything. If you breathe wrong, if you blink wrong, if you blink too fast, if your thoughts are faster than I want them to be, you're going down. You're going down, right? Knight e7 or knight b6, rook takes a7. You can't move the knight. The rook has 1 square to go to. Disgusting. Disgusting. You can't move anything. I mean, you might as well resign. I don't know why he kept playing on from here, but he did. He played rook to b6. Rook to b6. White to move, chat. That's on you. That's on you. Where'd he go? Man got the 20th century stockfish in his brain, though. In his brain. Bishop c6 check. That is a move. And king c5. Yeah, bishop c6 check is definitely a move. This is move #3 on the engine. Not really much better than king c5. It's literally a 0.05 of a difference, really. So totally fine, though. King to c5. I like this move, too. I just like gaining more space. This check, okay, I have to move. I like to follow what we call the anyway mindset. I teach this to students, too, as well. Yo, I got to move this king in here anyway. I'm just about to do it right now, right? Because bishop c6, then king c5, or king c5, bishop c6. Really didn't care to me. I like to get the king just slightly closer. It makes sense. King c5 to bishop c6. Hit him in his sticks. What? Hit him in his sticks. Maybe hit him with the sticks. Maybe better, bro. That's it. Work on that. Take that one back. Maybe this could be called a goal. Now, rook takes a7 is a threat. That's right. That's right. King c5 is very nice. Rook takes a7 is a real threat, in fact. If king takes b6 being a follow-up. Sheesh. So he plays rook b8. He says, not today. You ain't about to catch me, my guy. Go after rook b8. All right, chat. Well, you got lots of moves here for white. Black don't, though. Black don't have anything to do. So, I mean, you could take your time, or you could probably try to go for it, but be very careful with what you're doing. But it is white to move. Proceed with caution. Don't mess this up. What you got, chat? Bishop c6, and we hit him with some kicks. Okay, that's nice. Sexy g3 from Phantom Master Plendrick. I mean, I guess it's okay. Chef says h5, g4, and restrain him to restrain some more. Okay, box life, nice. It is h5. It's h5. Play both sides of the board. That's correct. Play both sides of the board. Rook a1. In fact, you know what's funny? Rook a1 could easily just be a move just to really troll there. I mean, really, just like rook a1, then rook h1, then bring it back to a1. I mean, I would not do like, like you deserve, if you lose because you did all of this, you should have lost, right? Because that was just uncalled for. But it does show the nature of the position, saying that it ain't a lot for the black to do. You actually probably could get away with this. Not that you should, but you probably could get away with this in this position. h5, he plays king d8. Okay, cool. We got lots of moves we can make here, chat. What's yours? What you gonna do, chat? What you gonna do? We got a few more moves. We got 6 more moves here. And this is a wrap. This is a rapster. h5, what's the point of h5? That's a great question, says. In fact, h5, what this does, in fact, they call this a pawn freeze. You'll see this in Devoretsky's in-game manual and also in Jeremy Silman's in-game course if you go through it. h5, what this pawn freeze means is a lot of times you don't want one pawn to stop multiple. So after h5, one pawn literally stops 2 pawns. Look at that. Crazy, right? One pawn. Now imagine if this pawn was like on g4. Let's actually run back here. And let's go g4, right? Or let's just say a pawn was on g4 with a black pawn on g5 and on f6 and on h5. One pawn, at that case, will stop 3 pawns. If you have 3 pawns right here, and that g4 pawn, without this h pawn being here, stops all 3, unless he's going to sacrifice. But it's called a pawn freeze. h5, it really freezes this side of the board and locks it down, and these pieces have to stay here. It's a very nice move. Taking away moves from the other guy. Correct. Asking black, what do you do? Find a move. Go ahead. Find one. He's like, all right, cool, king d8. And then this one here, now engine says rook a1. First move from the engine. Straight troll moment. Number 2 is rook a3 with the same idea, probably swinging over to like the d file or something. Rook a6 is another one. And but he played this one. He played bishop c6. So I'm going to give that one to you guys because this one, not that it's hard to find, but like I guess he's going around this way, because bishop c6 was not my first choice or something I was really looking at. And also the engine wasn't considering it either, but it's still winning. Bishop c6 is what he chose. Thanks for the follow, Avery Fletch. So amazing how this game progresses and black has fewer and fewer choices. Crazy. It's crazy. It's just boxes and a king a little more, yeah. Can we look at the troll computer line after this? Yeah, bro. I can't. You have to remind me. Bishop c6, king e7. All right, chat. After king e7, here it is. I'm gonna show you this one. He goes rook a3. I'm like, all right, cool. We're gonna go to the other side just to see who home. Right? Still can't move the knight. Knight been on c8 for like the whole time. I mean, since we started this game today. Move 30, we on move 44. I think the knight's still on c8. So rook a3, because a7's hanging, obviously. So he plays king f7 and says, please hit me with a check, bro, because I just need you to move this rook so I can move my knight, right? But Aliekin has other intentions here. Again, he's the puppeteer of this whole thing. I'm controlling everything. I can do what I want, when I want, and when I say it happens, and when I say it once. Don't even make sense, right? Exactly. White's move. The knight stuck on c8 always keeps his rook blocked forever, right? Bishop e4. We also have rook f3 check, but he didn't try rook f3. That is engine move number 1, to be honest. And bishop d7, chat, is engine move number 3. Great job. Great job. In fact, he chose bishop e4. Very easy, just rerouting and maybe walking the king up if possible. Trouble 055, thanks for the follow. Makes my, oh, that was just terrible, Dante. That's gross. Like, what? Oh, it's Dante. Bishop e4, king e7. After king e7, again, I mean, Ali Ekin was way ahead of his time, y'all. He found move number 1. Let's see if you can find it too. Chat, move number 1 is what? What did Alexander Aliekin play? Right here. Move number 1 from the engine. Bishop b7, king c6. I'm sorry, bishop b7. Did I read that right? No, I'm acting like I didn't see that. King c6, king c6. What else we got? G4. King c6 from Banana Farm. Banana Farm. I'm thinking about some banana peppers right now after I heard that. Banana Farm. Hungry. Banana peppers. Those are fire. Knight is close to being trapped. Bishop g6, rook d3, rook g3, bishop g6. Can we talk about how good the e5 pawn is here? Oh, yeah, Grantix, go ahead. Talk away. Let them know how you feel about that. Let them know. Open up. All right. Dig deep. Let them know how you feel about that e5 pawn. That's right. Bishop g6. Okay. Here it is. He played king c6. That's exactly what he played. Walk all up in the house. Let me in the house, bro. Hey, who's home? I am all in with the king. I mean, this king is a beast. Like, yo, what's good, bro? Yo, like flexing real hard, but can't fight. You know, really. You can't fight by yourself, right? Flexing real hard, but can't fight. I mean, because you can't be out here. Like, this is scary, right? You could be mated if the king was in a certain place, right? Imagine, like, if c5 was blocked. Like, ideally, king goes to d8 and rook b6 would be mate. If there was a piece on c5, you would be mated. Out here trying to look crazy with your king. But, in fact, due to calculation is always king. If you ever have a question and you need to answer that question, the best way to answer it is doing accurate calculation, right? Yeah, Bob with that king, big things, right? Then king e7 after rook e6. So, king c6. King c6, he goes king d8, hoping somehow he would play rook c5. But you still have to try it, though. You still have to try it, right? I mean, I would. And if I'm completely losing, I mean, whatever. You know, this is what he's hoping for, though. I mean, I would too. Shoot. You only play hope chess when you're completely losing. When you're getting smashed and you out here thinking about life and everything outside of chess because you're mad about this game, I'm sure I'm talking to somebody right now. Yes. You know, you actually have to you gotta play hope chess, man. You got to. Gotta play some hope chess. Only when you lose it. I hope he make a mistake. Why is rook c5 bad? Let's look at it. Let's make a random move. Rook c5 and rook b6 is way to get mated. Oh man, that's gross. That's gross. Oh man, hey, that's in my book. Says Bishop. That's right, it is in there. I actually read that. Thanks, you deep everything during hope chess. That's right. That's right. No opposite. Yeah. So he went rook d3 check though. After king e7. After king e7. All right, chat. You can win many different ways. Many different ways. But did you find move number 1? Alexander Aliyev. He did. He found move number 1. I mean, he was doing this all day, all game. He's been doing this. We got bishop c7, king c7. Yes, king c7. Yeah, king c7. I mean, I get you. King c7, the disrespectful bishop g6. Bishop g6 is strong. I mean, that's actually one I was considering for a while there. And then play rook f3 and rook f7. That's gross. Yeesh. You also have rook d7 check as well, and then followed by bishop g6, right? So you have that option. Bishop d5. Oh my goodness, Sam, don't do it. You might be off of Sam. Oh, nice. Bishop d5. Sheesh. That man losing his mind, y'all. Oh my goodness. Bishop d5. Whoa, don't do it. Do it. Don't do it to yourself right now. This is a family channel. G4, silent G4. I mean, you could still probably win here. Still probably win. Bishop G6 looks really nice. I'm really a big fan of Bishop G6. But the easiest here, and the fact that, let me tell you something about being simple. Right. When you're getting, especially these kind of end games or games where it's starting to get towards the end, one thing you got to know is simple. Many grandmasters will show you this and tell you this. Simple is the way to go. Don't complicate things. I mean, I'm going to tell you about complications. Look, go to my YouTube right now. Find the Chicago Open playlist 2021. Look at the first game. Yeah. Look at the first game. I still be thinking about that sometimes. Okay, really, I don't. But I'm just telling you how I felt. I remember I almost wanted to flip the board and just karate chop the table, but it was people next to me and they playing their games. So I can't karate chop the table and I can't flip the board, But I wanted to because it was 2 routes to go. Either go simple or keep things complicated and give your opponent some chances somewhere. I did that with A1 Liang, and I'll never forget it. Now, with that being said, Bishop G6, this is winning. I think everything's winning. G4 probably still is winning, but it's not the best. You want to keep things simple. And simple here is King C7. Simple, bro. You take on B5. I take on C8. And we great. And the game's over. Now, in fact, after King C7, Bogo here resigned. Ephraim just resigned. Game was over. He's like, all right, I had enough. I couldn't move nothing from move 30 to move 48. All of my pieces stayed on the 6th, 7th, and 8th rank. That was it. And this is the end. That's the end, bro. That's a wrap. From the beginning here, let's see how he did this. From the beginning, this is the starting position, right? Like this is where they started, all the way back here. This is where they started. Bishop G8, and then he went F4 for the score. Gain some space, my guy. Bishop F7, trying to play E5 himself. Oh, you trying to play E5? Then let me play E5. Takes. Rook B8, bring the king in. We're going to bring in the reinforcements. Bishop E8 hitting B5, and we live. Oh, yeah, I'm going to take these all day. So he says, not today, my guy, defending. And then Bishop D7. Get the boy off the back rank. Got some hope still, right? King D4, and then he thinks. Then he looks around. And then he notices, bro, I can't do nothing. Oh, I'm getting smacked. But positionally, right? I can't do anything. So he moves that boy back to E8. H4, Bishop D7. Gross. You know it's a bad day when this is all you doing. Bishop E2, Rook B8. This amazing thing that Alien was probably in a this game. Oh, yeah, that's crazy. Fortunately, right? What's the Anatoly Fortunately? That's a crazy name. H5 is cool also. E5 is the move game changer. That's right. Takes on D7. King takes Bishop F3. Hit that diag. Very nice diagonal there. Rook to B6. King C5. Rook B8. H5 and we live. Gain some space. King D8. Bishop C6. Very easy. Very easy. He walked that boy around here. Bishop B4. King F7. C6. King D8. Check up. King E7. And King C7 for the simplicity of winning a piece here. Very simple. And I'm going to take everything else from you too. Appreciate the generosity. Says Alexander Aliek, and that's a wrap. That's a wrap, y'all. I hope y'all learned from that one. Puppeteer. That's going on YouTube. Make sure you guys subscribe if you like the videos and things like that to catch more of them. And I'm going to see y'all on the next video.